Welcome back, everybody, to the Squinty Show, and I'm your host, Danny, greaser nickname Squinty. Today, we'll be talking about greaser style tips, more on the hair. We'll be talking about greaser hairstyles, but not your ordinary greaser hairstyles. Normally, people would think of the Pompadour or the elephant's trunk when it comes to your ordinary greaser hairstyles. Some might even say slickbacks. But if we're discussing shorter greaser hairstyles, the executive contour or the side part, which is what I normally sport, and it's my go-to hairstyle, I'm sporting one right now, is the first that comes to mind. But this is still a slick hairstyle, mind you. So what if we're talking about a really, really short hairstyle that works for the greaser subculture? Now I'm talking about buzz cut short, spiky short, crew cut short. Yes, these hairstyles do exist, and a lot of the original era greasers back in the day with shorter hair sported these hairstyles, and it worked for them. So suppose that you're going to be drafted in the army really soon, and you still want to be a greaser and have a relatively greaser-ish hairstyle, or you have rules or regulations at your school or wherever you are, or your parents are just really strict and want you to keep your hair at a certain length. Fear not, because today I'll help you out on greaser hairstyles that are never really talked about before, because greasers are mainly known for the very slick and tight hairstyles, while we're talking about really short and spiky greaser hairstyles today. Alright, hairstyle number one, the flat top. The flat top is a very classic variation of the buzz cut, and I think it really makes it stand out if you sport a buzz cut in this particular style, the flat top, because most buzz cuts nowadays follow the general shape of your skull, kind of like a Justin Timberlake buzz cut in the 2000s, if you know what I mean. But it's really not every day when you see somebody with a buzz cut where the top of the hair is trimmed to a very equal and uniform length. It gives you more of a serious element to your style and your look, and it especially looks great if you have a very defined jaw or somewhat of a square face. And normally nobody really sports a hairstyle anymore unless you're in the army. So I guess you'll get a lot more respect being shown towards you if you sport this hairstyle, if you want to keep a short length that is relatively vintage enough for the greaser subculture. And you can actually style your hair with pomade at this particular length and style. You have what you call your crew butch waxes, which are pomades especially designed for flat tops, crew cuts, and buzz cuts. And a popular example from back in the day that still exists now is the Lucky Tiger Crew Butch Wax. So if your hair is somewhat fine, not thick enough to be held up all day, you can just smear some of that Crew Butch pomade into your hair to keep it standing up all day long. And there's another variation of the flat top where the sides are grown out long into a DA or a duck ass or a ducktail, so the top is really short and uniform to a flat top, while the sides are combed into a DA. And this spin on the flat top is called the flat top boogie, and this is also what a lot of the original era greasers had as well. Hairstyle number two, the Ivy League crew cut. Now suppose your hair is a little too long for a flat top or a proper buzz cut, but it's still short enough to be considered a variation of the buzz cut, and you're wanting to transition to the side part. So your hair is too short to be slicked into a side part or a contour, but is too long to form a flat top. What do? That's when the Ivy League crew cut comes in. It's sort of like a spiky-ish side part, if you know what I mean. So you get your military brush or your comb, and you comb your hair to the side, and it just kind of spikes up, and you can comb the front upwards, and the sides can just go down or backwards if the hair is like really fine. I actually sported the Ivy League crew cut a few months ago because I had to keep my hair short for some reason, and I'm growing back my contour now, as you can see. And the Ivy League hairstyle back in the day was especially popular among university students in the United States in the 1950s, which is why which is how it got its name, the Ivy League crew cut, because students in institutions such as Princeton and Harvard sported these hairstyles very regularly, hence having the nickname the Princeton clip or the Harvard clip. And these two hairstyles I discussed in this video are really short, not very slick hairstyles that are spiky and super short, like buzz cut short, that still somewhat works for the greaser hairstyle and still can be styled with grease or pomade. So I hope this video really helps you out. And if you really enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell icon so you never miss a single upload of mine. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, or if you want me to do more videos or vlogs such as this, rather than just pomade reviews, as I used to do back then, do not hesitate to drop something in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay greasy.